Yep. Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. I don't know if I spelled diapers right.
Yeah.
I thought about that afterwards. I didn't ask you.
We have our own language. Our own language.
All right. What's up, my favorite people? What's up, Michigan? What's up, Craig? What's up, my buddy?
Good to see you, sir.
Always good to see you.
I have a wonderful day after our coffee and prayer, brother.
Did ya?
I really did. I love it. It helps me every day. So just wanted to throw that in. Hey, Shane. Honestly, hello. Jeannie, hello. Welcome to the party. Well, hey, what you got? What you got there? What you got there?
I got some Oreos. You want some?
No, I don't eat Oreos. Wait. Oh, those look way healthier than Oreos.
Mm-hmm.
Is that apples with cinnamon?
And pecans.
Oh, I like a pecan.
Mm-hmm. Pecans are nice because they kind of stay together. Whereas walnuts, I got a bag of walnuts. They're all crumbled up. And
The pecans are easier on your teeth.
yeah.
And there ain't nothing like a pecan pie.
Right.
Especially with a little bourbon in there.
I don't know about
That's
all
cooked.
that. Come
Can
on
you?
now.
Oh no, it's cooked. You can have that. That's not like.
I ain't even messing around with that.
Well, you might have already messed around with it because
Well,
I can't tell you how many restaurants cook seafood with a little wine, a little white wine.
But I didn't know about it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
I didn't know they gave
thanks
me
for-
heroin.
Hey, thanks for bringing that up to me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. They're trying to kill you. They're trying to kill you. Oh.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to think what I did today. Oh, I watched Prime had on well, you were there. Prime
I
had
was
on
there.
Robert Davis Steele
Robert Davis Steele.
talking about the
I was
national
there.
tour.
That sucks what they did to him in Memphis, huh?
That's gonna happen probably a lot more places. I'm sure of it. I told him, I said, hey
But
man, reach out, get some people that have some private land and talk to them. That way, you know, nothing can be said about it.
Great idea.
Whether they
That's all you
listen
gotta
or
do.
not, I don't know.
You're getting people show up too. You know, something like that.
Donated to my 107 today.
Nice.
There's like 11 people on there. So the first one's Robert David Steele. And then I think 106, you can donate $106. That's Scott McKay. 107 is Juan. 111 is Sherry Tenpenny, Dr. Sherry Tenpenny.
Yep.
There's a few other ones. I think Sasha was 103 or something. So it's kind of interesting.
That
Who
is
you
cool.
wanna-
Now,
who
where'd
you
you
wanna-
go? Where'd you go for that? Where'd you find that?
I went to bigbatusa.org.
That's it.
Just click on donate, or they do like Bitcoin, they do checks, they do credit card, debit card. I think there's a few more options in there where you can. All I did was donate, but I remember Prime saying something you can donate time or I don't know. I didn't look at it too much. I just donated and moved on.
Yeah.
So, but the amount of money they're running through is crazy.
Oh, dude, I know, huh? He said, I mean, he went through 900,000 already. Hey, from Canada. Hey, Canada. Canada is in the house.
Yeah, if you ever want to pop on, I'm not sure how to say your name. I'm
I
gonna
would say
let Craig.
Maria. I would say Maria. Maria is how I would say that. That's how I would say it. Because I have a sister named Maria. How do you solve a problem like Maria? A little musical for you, Jeff.
Yeah.
You know what that's from?
No.
No. We'll go outside and eat some dirt. Ugh. Trying to culture you, son. Trying to culture you.
All right.
Hey, Barbara. Oh, Molly's in the house.
Man, you're getting things way faster than me, which is weird.
That's just how it is.
It's normal, right?
That's just normal. I have special abilities, Jeffrey. Gosh, it's hot in this house. Whew. Hey, we love our boy Rage in the Cage. And look, go check him out. He did a great video on the lever action rifle. Awesome video. It's one of the ones with like the 30-30 lever action. You remember the rifleman?
Yep.
And I never really thought about it, but I never had a malfunction or failure with that weapon. And that was the dirtiest weapon at the farm. You know? Sat in the corner.
Yep.
Collecting dust.
Yep.
But always reliable.
Kind of like an AK.
That is true. But boy, does that sucker flex when you
A little loose, huh?
Oh boy, is it? Jeez. And you don't get the range like you do with 30-30 or, but you're right, it can get all grimy and still run pretty darn good. So
well, I know we talked about the other day about that outwitting the devil. My aunt just texted me. She goes, "Oh my God, this is the best book ever." I'm already on chapter 4. I said, "I know. It gets better after chapter 4." I don't know if you had a time to check it out, but
I'm just in the beginning. Hey, work. I need to get back on it. But what I did here changed things in my life already.
Yeah.
I'm implementing.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. That's the thing about it. I make things complicated and I don't need to be. Just stay focused. Everything will be all right.
Yeah, we all make things complicated. That's one thing we can do is complicate things.
What's Molly saying?
Molly's got all kind of good stuff. I know. I need to focus on this. Sorry, Jeff. I love you, but it's Molly. It's Molly Rocks. If y'all don't know Molly Rocks, she's awesome. She makes these. She really, in my opinion, came up with the idea. And the codes are in there. Just saying. Come pass on through.
Wow. No, you
better
just
stop singing. You might kick me out of here.
No, I ain't gonna kick you out of here.
I'm gonna sing Bob Seger. That way you'll keep me. Turn the page, Jeffrey. Turn the page.
So we went to Myers today. Just got back. And walk around the corner. There's I hear somebody say, "Well, I didn't recognize you with that diaper on." And so now I'm kind of rolling my eyes. I'm walking around the corner. She's like, "Oh, well, I had it, and my parents had it, and blah blah blah." And the guy, it was a couple. They're like, "Well, I'm done with it." And I'm just kind of laughing. We're kind of, wife needs to get in there and get some stuff, so we're just kind of hanging out, waiting for him. And then we walked around the corner, and there was a mom with two girls, probably maybe 14 and 12, maybe. So I'm looking at them, and I said, "Hey, great job not wearing them diapers." And they were fine with it. One of them, he said, "Well, thank you also." But the mom kind of got a little red, and I said, "Hey, don't let them schools, don't let them schools brainwash you." She goes, "Oh, we won't." I said, "Unfortunately, this is what we got to do now. We're outnumbered, so I'm going to bring it to your attention that I'm proud of you and all that, blah, 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 whatever." So wife calls me a weirdo. We move on. And so we move on. We go check out, and we're sitting there talking to the lady, and the lady comes up behind us without wearing a diaper on. Which I already seen her earlier in the store. There's quite a few, actually. It was almost half and half. It was unreal. And,
that's getting better. That's better.
Yeah, it really is. And so they all walk by me again, and I think they're all eyeballing me because I got that weird feeling. So I look over, and I see them.
They are.
And I'm like, "Hey," I said, "keep up the good work." I said, I'm watching you guys. He said, wife's like, "Hey, you're a creeper, man. Stop. You're creeping them out."
Total creeper.
And then
where of this man photo
the lady,
of you.
the checkout lady, she's like, now I'm talking loud, and everyone's kind of looking at me. And the cashier's like, "Oh, what's going on with that?" I'm like, "Well, I'm just thanking them for not wearing a diaper." And then the lady behind me wasn't wearing one. She starts laughing out loud, and I said, that's what we got to do from now on." And she just laughed. Then I walked out, and then actually when I was walking in, there's always an old elderly lady there with a diaper on. And every time I walk in, I make sure to make eye contact with her and smile and talk to her. She's like, "How you doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm doing great, but it's going to get better." And she just starts laughing. I can see her,
Yeah, you could tell. Yeah, yep.
And then we're walking out. I'm like, "See ya," just what I do.
You just bring up a great point of what I did today. Going into town, going to the gym. Whenever I'm making eye contact with people now, I'm smiling at them. Think about what we were robbed of. We were all walking around. Look, you could get mixed signals. It was almost like a text message. You can misread that text message. So I made a point to smile when I made eye contact with everybody. Maybe you should do that, but that might make you look a little creepier. Let me see you smile.
What, smile?
Yeah, what smile would you do? Oh, that's a good one. No, do that one. They're going to think you're special. Is what they're definitely going to talk to you. "Hey, hi, sir. How are you doing, sir?"
And I think it's a little weird because I talk loud anyway. From working in a shop my whole life, so I talk loud.
Yep.
And people kind of get like, they get all nervous, talking to me.
Yeah. Is there a disturbance? Oh. That's how your boy brother Jenkins at the Robert David Steele event. He, projects his voice. It was amazing. That's who it was. It was brother Jenkins, and I got to meet him. I shook his hand. I went up to him personally to tell him how, because his speech was incredible, man. Incredible.
That was a black guy.
Yes, he brought up how the Green Book and talking to how this is like we're in. You can't go in here. You can't do the.
Man,
and
discrimination.
It was powerful, man. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, the Steve, the Robin, our identity. That's another thing. Identity theft. That's what they're doing. But dude, here's the big thing. And Robert David Steele, he even said it today. These people are facing true war crimes with this vacation, man.
Yeah.
This is against, the what is it? The
Geneva Convention. It's the
the
Nuremberg trial.
Nuremberg, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, I dropped my koozie. Or my
It's
coaster.
gonna be. Can't wait for it all to come out.
Yeah,
Let's find out if anyone watched that David Rodriguez and 107 video.
I haven't yet, but I heard there was a question not answered. Was that you? You just scared me. All right. Hey, it's Special Jeff. He's back at the grocery. Here he is. He's a loud talker, that boy.
So the question
I
was,
think so, Molly. I think it's Kev. Is it Kevin Jenkins?
yes,
I call him Brother Jenkins. But that's who it was. That was cool.
said the first arrest will shock the world.
All right. What do you think? I'm thinking Foshi is an obvious pick just because of the grilling he's been getting lately. But someone, who was it? Oh, I know who that someone was. You saw that. Well, our buddy Jeff B suggested something pretty.
I didn't. I was busy. I didn't catch that one last night.
Maybe the Camel. Maybe Bob Marley.
Maybe Mr. T.
Maybe Mr. T. But that, yeah, because that would shock everybody. But Bob Marley, he brought up some good points. She flies in Air Force Two, whereas he flies in an NA. She met with the Korea. She's met with a few leaders. That's a job for the president. So she's basically impersonating the president of the United. It's against the Constitution. So she's already broken some stuff there. So, or the Constitution at least. I don't know if they even. I guess they just don't look at the Constitution anymore. So I don't know.
That's unreal, Steve. What was one state is kind of doing the same thing. I don't know. I can't remember what state it was. It puts you into a lottery or something. I can't remember.
What, dude? The lottery. What does that sound? That
You're in
sounds
a lottery, all right.
Gosh.
Hey, Craig,
hey, you want to win death and suffering? Is that what you want to win, Jeff?
You know, Craig, that bridge over there looks 99.97% safe. I think I'm just going to swim across this in shark-infested waters, if that's all right with you.
That would be a
Instead
better
of taking
idea.
the bridge, I'm just going to swim through the shark-infested waters.
Yeah, worse odds of surviving that. First the swim, the current, the sharks, who knows what else, the boats. That's some scary stuff. You ever been out in a boat when those big barges are coming through? That happens a lot. You really got to pay mind, especially if you're in the Mississippi down by Venice where it gets real foggy. You don't see them. You can't see nothing, man. You're relying on.
Hear a foghorn, go.
That's all. Yeah.
I hope this don't run me over.
Man, there's something loud. What's that humming? What is the humming?
I've been floating out in the middle of the ocean in big 6 foot, 8 foot waves. You're just like a bobber. You're thinking, man, I wonder if sharks are going. Is that a seal? Is that not a seal? Is that a seal? I'm thinking,
especially when you're in a wetsuit, because in a wetsuit, you really look like a seal.
I'm fat like a seal, so
Man.
I got everything going against me.
I would say you're a walrus.
Walrus.
You are the walrus. Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm the Eggman. Oh, that's what we could call it. We could come up with new personalities: the Eggman and Walrus, or the Walrus and Eggman show. Sorry, stupid idea. Forget that. I'm the guy who brought you Opera Boy. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, Steve, I saw anywhere from like 3 months to 5 years is what I saw. Molly says New York and Ohio are doing the lottery thing. Yeah, that's crazy. Shane, and all you, but I know Shane's gonna be watching Scott McKay today. He's having somebody on, and I don't remember who it is, but he's gonna talk about all the people that Gitmo, all the people that are arrested.
I got information.
Today's gonna be good. What you got? What you got?
I watched Kirsten on Doug Kuzma, the Froggy Frog. They were on earlier. She read off something that sounded too official to be baloney. If anybody made up that, they're amazing, because it just talking of Brennan and his trial. So if you can go listen to earlier, I think it was a 1 o'clock on Froggy Frog, the news network, Doug Kuzma.
Because that's where Scott McKay gets all his most of his information from is Kirsten W.
She was, precise.
I don't know where she gets her stuff from, but she's
connected.
Pretty well spot on, yeah.
Oh yeah, and Gene Decoder was there too.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch that.
That's a good one. I recommend to you. Hey, Ashley, welcome in.
Hello. How's everybody today?
Great, but it'll get better.
Great, but it will get better. I love that.
That's what he says to the old ladies.
Scott says that I'm fabulous, but I'll get better.
I like it. And every time I get on here, like my brain just like shuts off. So give me a second.
We got the same problem.
Yeah.
We got the same problem.
I just look at the little light.
Shane, no.
What does Shane want to do?
Pretty much. There was something I was going to say, and I can't remember what it is.
Oh, it'll come to you.
Yeah, we're always losing our train of thought. You came to the right place. We will not judge you here.
Yeah, Jody, I gotta go back and check that out.
Oh boy, my cousins have got some fine vans he just found. Oh yes, get those. Sorry, buddy. We're into van sneakers bad.
Creeper vans or work vans or what?
No, the shoe. The van shoe. The skateboard shoe.
I thought you were talking about like free candy vans.
We like those too. We're always getting
or free ammo or whatever.
All the snares.
Free food.
It says it's spray painted, the shadiest lettering, free candy. I
love candy. Legit. I love candy.
They got a guy runs around here. He's got lawn service. Yeah, the van.
With the red letter, like paint or whatever all over it. What's that?
Yes, I've seen a photo like that. What van is that you're talking? Is it the clown?
I was just curious if that was the van you were talking about. I'm sorry.
No. We are talking about creepy vans, though. But that's not. I was talking about the van shoe. But Jeff is talking about the creepy van. But then again, we could be talking about the van down by the river.
I know there was a van going around. It said free candy on the side of it.
That's right. It was a band. It was a rock band. That was
the crazy thing is they have like kids' handprints in red paint on it.
Oh gosh, that's horrible.
Creepy.
Yeah, well it's creepy, but that's actually like a satanic thing. So it's part of a satanic ritual. What they do is they have the kids put their hands in blood and then they'll put it on like paper or walls. Like you'll go into hospitals and put you'll see kids' hands on the wall, and they're like, oh, it's fun. It's a pretty little picture of the kids did their hands. Yeah, it's actually a satanic ritual. And basically what they're doing is they're it like symbolizes taking the kids' souls. So it's kind of creepy. And I saw that van and I thought that was the van y'all were talking about. So
I didn't realize, you know what? But it makes sense because if you think about the whole music industry, that's very, very deep in that.
Well, look at The Voice, look at American Idol, look at all of them. What are they doing? They're bringing in basically free talent, and then they're making them slaves, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey. I remembered what I got on here.
All right, go.
Last night, I think it was, there was lots of talk about, and then you guys started talking about it again here, like who's going to be the one that shocks the world, the arrest that'll shock the world, you know?
Yes.
And of course, I'm not saying that I know for sure, but I don't think it can be anyone that would go along with the Black Lives Matter movement. So, because then you would have uproar of like those people saying that it's a racist thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you could have a woman, because right now we're really pushing the feminist agenda and like the Me Too movement, right? And I don't think we can have a politician because it's bigger than the US. I don't know. So a doctor would make sense, or a quote unquote doctor. Right?
Especially when the lies. He love China. He can't visit China so often. He give us all the money.
Right. But then I also don't think it could be the Pope, because going back to what I was saying a few weeks ago, so this is like really traumatic what we're going through right now, right? And so they've instilled like massive amounts of trauma over the years to us, but then also this recent trauma of the lockdowns and everything, right? And so if we were to do the Pope, because of how many people look up to the Pope, I think it would be so shocking. People's brains literally would just explode because they wouldn't be able to handle and comprehend. And so I think that one would be a little bit on the too wild side to begin with. I, again, could be totally wrong, but the Royals maybe, but even that, so many people look at the Royals as like everything that they're not in real life, and they just recently made like this big old show on, on one of the streaming networks too, about the main lady in the Royals. So a lot of people are looking at that and they kind of have like this fantasy going on in their mind. And actually, years ago when the CIA was started, oh, I probably shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry.
That's right.
When they started, they actually, I hope I can say M and Ultra, if you guys know what I'm saying when I say that.
Oh yeah.
When they started that program, they actually checked to see if there was like ways that they could give people shocking information, and like what would their reactions to that be, and meaning give them massive amount of trauma and then give them another dose of trauma on top of it, basically. And it was literally an experiment to see exactly what we're in right now. Like, could we give you trauma and then just explode a whole bunch more trauma onto you? And what happened in that study was people actually, they would like commit suicide, or instantaneously like their heart would just erupt because it was like too much.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
And so there actually is word going around that if we were to do that right now, such as the Pope, even though of course we know better of what he really is, the mass majority of people around the world don't. And so that would be just like, you couldn't handle that. Like literally, it would just, yeah, people would just be jumping left and right. It would just be crazy. So that was just kind of what I wanted to jump on and say.
I think that's really interesting, honestly, because I have a half sister who's I just met last year, and she's very Catholic. Was raised as a Catholic. So was I, separately from her. Hello. What is that? A crouton?
Little piece of apple.
Little piece of apple. Delicious. Sorry, Jay. We're children. Sorry.
I know I'm on the playground. That's okay. You know what? We just went to Costco, and anyway, real quick, honestly, do you know what years the Michael Kors collection was started or taking place? You know, the MK Michael Kors.
Yeah,
60s.
yeah. I would have to look back to make sure. I hate to quote when I can't remember exactly.
I just find
but
it interesting because my half sister that I just met, she's older than I. She was born in the, I think she was born in 53. She tells me that she would rather just keep things she just focuses on her day to day, and she doesn't look outside, and it's like she doesn't want to know anything.
Blinders.
And she's very involved in her church. And it just makes me think that she was at one time traumatized or something. I don't know. I'm afraid to go there with her at this point. So.
Yeah, I mean, if you really look at what the Michael Kors program did, is they started, I want to say they started it was either the 30s or 40s when it was in the US. And again, don't quote me on that. I'm doing that purely off of memory, which sometimes is not the greatest for me. But what they did was they internally did a bunch of programs, and then externally they implemented it in a softer way so that it could be done in a mass production. And so that's why a lot of people are pushing, turn the TV off, because it literally is tell a vision. So tell our vision. Okay.
Right.
And so, yeah. And so I know we're all kind of, awake to the fact that that is the ultimate programming. And if we really were to look back at the programs back when TV first came out, I mean, they just inundated people, and people soaked it up like a sponge, because why? It was new, it was brand new, it was something we'd never seen before. So people were amazed by it. They were like, oh my goodness, this is awesome. And their entire defense mechanism went down, and they literally just soaked it all in. So they inundated that generation on such a level that if they were to be that blunt now, I think we would be a little bit more standoffish. But what they've done to this generation is they've dripped on us a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more each day. So that way, every single day, it gets a little bit bigger, and it desensitizes us a little bit more. So in a sense, a long way of saying, yes, she really has been traumatized. She really has been inundated, and she really has been Michael Kors, right? So
yeah, I believe she was in one of those types of families that did it on purpose to their children.
And I hate to say it, but like in that time period too is like when they started introducing like the drugs and everything to people too. And so people were, again, their defense mechanism was down. The Andy Mayberry show was the mentality of life in real world, like everybody trust everybody and simple. Yeah. But if you look back, and each one of us, if we were to go to our past generation family members, and if we were allowed to dig, we would see massive amounts of trauma in the realm of physical abuse, emotional and mental abuse, just even within the family, because the school systems were just horrific. They were nasty. The Catholic Church, they just didn't care. It's weird because we're just now finding out about this stuff, but it was because at the time that was a culture where we just didn't talk about our feelings. We didn't talk about our emotions and our trauma. But yet that was a time when it was like mass production, so
I'm a child of the 60s. I was born in the late 50s. So yes, I know.
Yeah, exactly.
When there's some
first
sort of
color TV in the neighborhood.
Yeah, so I'm like speaking to the choir right now, right? Yeah. And it's really kind of sad. And then same with the music too, the music was great back then, but at the same time, if you really listen to the words, it really wasn't. I mean, they were
Good thing I
blatant.
never know the word. I just sing what I think.
Right?
Fill in your own words.
And the hard part is too, is
Wasn't there a
when
bus
you,
in the 60s that was like the drug scene start? It was, I just saw, there's a film about it right now.
But I don't know. I always wanted a hippie bus. I'm
That's what it
too
was. It
young
was
for
the
that.
whole, that was the whole issue with that. It was the hippie bus was brought in. That was part of the, you know, the
Now the
letter
Manson
agency.
family is part of the whole system. I am,
Yeah.
you know, everything. Patty
Well, and
Hearst too, probably.
what about something that happened in Denver a long time ago? Well, a while back that started that right there.
An crime investigation, you mean?
Yeah, you know, the
Denver?
Michael Moore had a movie about it. You know that
I remember that.
Yeah. I just don't know what to say. That's why I'm just saying that. Keep it safe.
Yeah,
So,
I know what you mean.
trench coats, the Matrix, all, you know, had ties to a lot of that. But that thing was, from what we're hearing, may have been false flag.
Well, thank you for allowing me to come to your play yard day. As a matter of fact, I just wanted to tell you that on the way to Costco, we were talking about playgrounds. And we were thinking how they're not the same, if there are any anymore, because your children might get hurt on something. And so you can't have that, and you can't do this, and you can't have the type of playground equipment with. And I said, that was the point of having the playground. Sit on that thing and get thrown off. You could fly on the swing, you know, go off and get hurt sometimes. So, but now
think
you
about
can't.
what we had. We had danger. You remember that spring thing? It was metal, and I would always get hurt on that. And then the spinny, you know, that you would get thrown off of the spinner because some kids were stupid and we just wanted to see how fast. Yeah. Then they started using motorcycles.
Yeah.
Hey, Shep, your video was amazing today. Well, I guess it's from last night with the Wilkes, you know, with Wilkes Booth. Your
oh my
reading.
God, the health.
Oh
gosh. And then Franklin's house in 1998 was excavated in London. Oh, remember that?
We always heard about. Yeah, well, we always heard about Benjamin were in that sex society or something. They would go into the caves and it was a big sex orgy.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Gosh.
That's never stopped.
Right.
In fact, I saw this old, if you go to Internet Archives, you can find really old movies that are public domain now. And so there was this one, I think it was called The Naked Witch. And it's a really like, what are those kind of movies called? Not B, but maybe a cult type movie.
Mm-hmm.
The very beginning of it, though, was a documentary type thing with drawings, and it was artists, and that explains exactly what they do today. I'm going to try to get a clip and put it on, but to watch what it says, I don't really know the words to use, you know.
Your other video was very uplifting on you know the video I'm talking about, where you show the partnerships and people, you know. So please go to Shepherd of the Forest and watch. First, subscribe and like, get notifications, and learn. That's what. Sit back, learn.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hopefully it'll be helpful. Yeah, hopefully you'll find out things you didn't know before.
Yep.
I think I'm going to go with that National Economic Stability or whatever it is Act that we were the next book I was going to do. I thought
Yes.
that one. I think I can do that pretty quick. And
Awesome.
but anyway, the real reason I came was just to say I think the tide's turning in Washington. I think that it was maybe 30% at Costco were face diaperless. So that was really amazing to see. But my husband, I said, people are still fat. And I kind of looked at him and he has his up. I'm like, oh,
Get in the game.
so he said, I was wondering when you were going to say something. Anyway, so I think the tide's turning, but he made a good point. These people probably are had gone on their vacation already, and that's they are not wearing their diaper.
Yeah, it could be.
That could be
But
the case.
they can't ask, so I am, and I didn't. So there you go. So I think it's changing. We came out, and he agreed. He thinks I think the tide's turning. So knock on wood.
Yeah.
Big news tomorrow. Something big. Wait, tomorrow's right. Tomorrow's Friday, right? Am I on the right day or am I still on Wednesday?
Is today the 26th?
Never mind. Tomorrow, the Friday. Sorry, big news on Friday, the 28th.
I heard that today there was a big meeting with a couple thousand bankers.
That'd be nice.
I don't know.
What is that about? Curious.
I don't think anything's going to happen yet. I don't think we've had enough hurt yet. I don't think we've. I think it's going to get a lot worse.
Probably.
So be looking for that when it gets a lot worse. When we start getting a little worried, which if I get worried, then you probably all should be worried. But I don't really worry about much. But
Good.
we'll see. I'm not. It's going to get bad, I think.
Yeah.
But remember, we're watching a movie. Everything's going to be all right. Just prepare for it. And then hopefully pretty soon it'll be over with. Hopefully by July 4th, I'm thinking it'll be over with.
Mhm.
I'm hoping.
I hope you're right. I pray you're right. I'm hearing really scary things about the vacation. And I know many, many people that have gone. It's just heartbreaking to think that that could possibly be their end in 2 years. It's scary. It's just that scaring me, if anything, is for them and for the people I love that have done this.
Yeah. Well, wait till they get it naturally. I don't think they'll make it through. In my opinion, I'm not a doctor. That's just my
Right.
own opinion.
Well,
I
I
hope-
think it is supposed to reduce or affect your immune system somehow. Right? And so
Yeah.
it requires, so
Well, and doctors are fighting now. They're saying coming out because they're trying to do it to the children, trying to give this, to the kids. And so that's a good sign when they're a bunch of doctors getting together saying, whoa, wait, what are we doing? This, which is mad. We've heard from the get-go how it didn't affect the younger crowd. It was an older age or diabetes like I have, or some sort of, it was something we had to worry about. But look, if
saw
we're
a
not
couple of
worried,
kids today with diapers on their faces. So they were little and mom and dad and the whole 9 yards. And I just don't understand. One, he's so conditioned. He had I'd say he was about 2, 3, and he had a pacifier in his mouth, and he kept pulling it up because it kept going down under his nose. And I saw the pacifier, that's how I knew. And he kept pulling it up. And I thought, oh, that poor little guy, he's so conditioned and he's only 3.
and he's not getting enough air. especially with the past fires, you know, and then that on top of it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, it's maddening.
So
If I could, I'd like,
hop off, you guys. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, that's okay. I'd just like to encourage you to, instead of feeding into the fear of what's going to happen to those people, and don't get me wrong, I completely understand it. I empathize with that as well. But maybe just see this as like, okay, I have a timeline and I know what my timeline is. And so really push yourself to try to minister to those people,
I
I'll
wish it
hopefully
was
be
that
gone as
easy. These people won't
well,
talk to me. They will
well,
not
I
talk
hear
to me
that.
about this.
Yeah.
So
No, but
I've
I mean, like,
alienated them because of it. It seems that
yeah,
I've alienated my son for sure, but the other ones I walked away from because I just can't tolerate my boundaries. You have to have your boundaries.
Yep.
I
yeah.
won't tolerate it anymore.
Well, maybe if you can start praying that others will come into their life, that they'll be able to
I
listen to
do.
them. Yeah, for
I
sure.
do every day. Actually, honestly, I pray that MSM goes down and get away
Yeah.
Yeah.
at this
And
point.
yeah, and if we're super specific about our prayers as well, that I mean, God hears all prayers, but
Mhm.
when we're specific, it's like
Yeah,
they're louder. You know what I mean? So for
yeah.
sure, we all need to come
My
together in
prayers
that.
are very specific and heartfelt, and I know the difference. Uh, I know the difference when I know that God has heard my prayer, if that makes any sense.
Mhm.
Total sense. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, honestly. Thank you. Your
You're
words of
welcome.
encouragement are very appreciated.
Thank you. I'm happy to be able to have met all of you, each and every one of you, and I have your names written down in my prayer book. So I pray for each and every one of us every morning because, like I said before, and I'll keep on saying that, our actions are nothing compared to our prayers, because when we pray, then God, He moves. So we just have to keep that at the front of our minds, as frustrating as it can be and as hard as it can be, because I'm a doer. And so sometimes I'm like, you know what, I'm really good at doing, so move aside, people. Let me do what I need to do. And then God says, no ma'am, you need to sit yourself down, and bring
You
it to
sure
me.
are active on Telegram. My goodness.
I mean, great stuff, huh?
Once a day, and there's like today there was 172 more, honestly.
Yeah, I'm terrible at multitasking. I do a minimum of 8 things at one time. It's terrible, but my brain is constantly going. I have to be busy. I have to be doing something. So
That's
it's
good though. That's good.
sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, okay, maybe I should just stop for a minute. But but I don't know if I'm like, I figure if anybody else is like me, I like to know and I like to be feeling like I'm doing my part in the world. So that's what I definitely try to do. But
Jeff and Craig, do you guys have plans for when YouTube is gone or goes away on vacation themselves?
I got a few things in the works. I got a Rumble channel. I got
That's okay. They do a live, right?
what's that?
They do a live.
Yep.
Maybe I need to look into that.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for I guess we all heard about Frank and we heard about, I think, actually, I think
Frank?
there's a ton of platforms coming out. You got 107 Daily.
Oh,
You got
I'm
American
on that one.
Periscope. You got Frank. You got, I think, Mr. T's got one coming out. I mean, there's
That's going to be big.
And we're going to need a ton of them because all these are going to get replaced, I believe, I hope.
Yep.
So, no, I really don't have a plan.
Yeah.
Not really.
Well, if it happens like tonight or whenever, I'll see you on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
well,
Just
now are we
saying.
talking internet down? Is that what we're talking about? Total shutdown of all? Yeah, because if communication's down,
And both actually.
yeah,
that's
So-
going to be that when that happens, Shep, I'm going to be very excited. And then once that wears off, I'm going to be very worried. Not really worried, kind of excited. I guess I'm never really worried. I'm just the unknown, I guess, like being in the dark. You don't know,
You know,
you don't know what's going on.
We were talking about that. We were walking by the generators today at Costco, and we have one, and we were thinking, good enough? Is it adequate for what we need? And we do, because if at the end of 10 days you're still using it, by that time you're running out of gas. And if you're running out of gas, then things are getting pretty bad.
Yeah.
Right? By
Yep.
that time, you need something beyond a generator, I think. Or gas.
What they do down here is they do the Generac, and it's hooked into your natural gas. So that feeds it. So that way you don't have to keep going and getting fuel to fill your generator. But you can go pretty good. And what I would do, because we run generator a ton with hurricanes. So I got a system to where I'll run it for so many hours, shut her down, take a little break, let it cool off, let save a little time, and then put her back on. And then when you go to bed, it goes out. You just let the gas run out at night. So, or shut it down.
But for 10 days of no electricity,
That's tough.
that would be
I've been through it.
like a Katrina, right? Or
And Katrina, we were out for 2.5, maybe 3, depending where you were. Some people 6 months. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah,
A long time.
And same with that. They named it Storm Sandy.
Same. Yep. But the good thing about that situation is they'll put restrictions so that you aren't getting gouged, because a lot of stores would try to up the price on things, or and they have, luckily we have people in our state, the officials that put it in place, said no. One of them, I think, was Kennedy, who's up in the Senate, our senator Kennedy. He was our treasurer and let me tell you, that dude is a patriot, and that dude is awesome. I don't know about the rest of them, but I definitely know he's an honorable man. And I love when he talks, boy. Oh, that's Southern charm.
Sure is.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. You can't live in fear. I mean, fearless.
Fear comes from the devil.
That's it.
Yeah, right.
Go check out
Did you
Shepherd.
finish your book?
Not yet. I got an hour ride to work, so I'm gonna keep listening to it until it's up here pretty good. It's pretty interesting. Have you ever read it or listened to it?
No, but after I listened to what you were saying, I went on Amazon to see it, and but he wrote other ones that are familiar to me too.
Oh. And from what I understand, that was from the 30s, but it wasn't published, you said, till later?
38, yeah.
Wow.
And the devil even talks to him about it in the book. Says, you can publish this book, but all my minions are going to basically take you down. And his wife told him, don't publish it until after she died. I believe. You guys will have to double check me on this, but I believe that's how it went. And then 70 years later, I think he finally published it. But I could be wrong. Yeah. And it's absolutely spot on to this day. It's unreal. It's one of those things you start listening to and you don't want to shut it off.
It's sort of, I've been reflecting on the book I've just finishing up. God, it's a long chapter. It's like 50 pages. Anyway, I feel like reflecting on it, there was so much going on that I personally never knew during the making of our country. And it's interesting to know that the Rothschilds have been involved since before then. It's
nuts.
It's
nuts.
It is.
It is.
And how our founding fathers are part of the club too.
Yeah.
Gosh, I tell you, I was shocked with the what was her name? Lincoln's wife. What would they call her? Mary Todd. Was it Mary Todd?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With that.
Did anybody see the movie? I haven't never seen the movie Lincoln with
No. Well, I saw some of it. I did see some of it.
Field or who? Somebody famous plays
Your guy from Last Mohicans. There Will Be Blood. It's him, isn't it? Daniel Day Stewart.
It is.
Daniel Day Stewart.
So,
right?
Yeah. I have not seen the movie, so I don't know if it's about that. She was an opium addict.
Wow. But just the angles and the shot, where the shot came from. I mean, there's a lot of it's wow. And then what about the telegram being down? There was just so many, you described it best. It was almost like the British television reporting about Tower 7 before Tower 7 went. It was literally that. Yeah.
Or when Charlie Ward said that he had seen our current administration's inauguration where he is before it happened here.
15, yeah, it was like 15 hours ahead. God. Whew.
Daniel
Day-Lewis. That's his name. Sorry.
Did you say that it was the Queen that maybe you thought might be the
yeah, maybe some royals, but I don't know. I have a hard time thinking specifically her in general, just because, again, she's kind of right up there with the Pope. And I think that would be just a little too traumatic for people, but I could be wrong. And just kind of like process of elimination of like the narratives that we're pushing right now. And then the hierarchies we give people, right, is kind of where I went with it. So, yeah.
Oh, and it's surprising to me that she's still so loved. When the Sky Australia news, and I watch sometimes like Piers Morgan, in England, and it just seems like they love royals. They don't like Harry and Meghan, but they love the royals.
It's nuts. It is nuts how much they revolve around the royal family, because I've been there, and it's everywhere. It's like the swag and all the gifts. It's royal swag. Whenever you go in the gift shop,
the Tower of London is just crazy, amazing,
crazy
all their jewels and gold.
I mean, I went in there. I was in there.
Torture chambers.
The beef eaters went us around. The moats, the Watergate at the Thames. That's what they call that. The Watergate. Funny name.
The sewer, right? That was their sewer back in the day.
That was their sewer.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you weren't good, that's
are like. Sorry.
Go ahead.
The royals are like kind of the same as what we make celebrities in a lot of ways. So every group has their hierarchies that they put on a pedestal.
Yeah.
But
go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. It's kind of like Mother Teresa. She went down as this amazing, better than a saint almost in a lot of ways people put her. And yet there's actually, newspaper clippings that you can find online of of evidence proving what, she really was all about. It's kind of crazy. And like a lot of people we hear right now, people just keep saying how they just don't want to listen to it. They don't want to hear it. It's traumatic. So they just I'd rather just be quiet and there's nothing I can do about it, so I just don't want to know about it, you know. Sad but true.
After you had told us truth about her and that you had found out it was him and that you had confirmed that, I went and I saw a picture, and you can look it up. It's a Getty's picture. She's just holding her hands are twice the size of mine. There is no way that she is a she. She
got the
has
man hands.
massive
She got the man
hands.
hands.
Yeah. And you know what's really
Really?
crazy
Mhm.
is, when you have babies in the hospital and they wrap you in the, every single child on planet Earth, I swear, or at least in the US, has had the blanket that's the white and the blue. It's actually, correlated
Oh,
with her
yeah.
or him.
I
Yeah.
noticed that. I noticed that the white and the blue, but I didn't realize that about babies.
Hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
And it kind of correlates back with, somebody's island decor
Yeah,
as well.
exactly. That's exactly what I thought about.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
They're all trying to kill
They're
us
everywhere.
and have sex with us too. It's crazy. And then they want to eat it. So,
Pretty much. Again, they basically think we're just that stupid, and it's sad, but you
I
get.
had an experience where I was in London when the Queen Mum passed away. And so now I'm thinking that was a some sort of, I don't know, sacrifice, because she was 101. But it was in April. I was there during spring break time. And I was at the procession of her funeral, and we had just gone to the Tower of London the day before and saw her crown inside. And then the day of the funeral, it was on the carriage on top of her casket. And I saw the princes, Prince Charles and Princess Anne, Andrew, and they were all walking the carriage. It was very, very interesting, very, very interesting to see. There was 400,000 people at the procession, and we just happened to be at the right hotel and just happened to be at the right spot. And my mom saw us on TV.
That's amazing, Shep. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you were breaking up,
I
Shep.
forget, and I got really good pictures of Prince Harry, Prince William, and Prince Charles, and the casket and everything. It was really, 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 really cool.
Did you see the Prince Charles that they were trying to pass off on television?
Yes.
Not him.
No.
Not him. So.
I've seen a couple interviews where he was like on a Zoom.
That's it. Without the facial covering, and it was horrible. Horrible.
I said, that's not what?
It's close.
The reporter was just, talking to him like it was the prince.
Nuts. Gosh.
Can I answer?
Is this a dramatization of the prince?
Yeah, go ahead, honestly.
Yeah, so someone had asked in the chat about Megan. Any information on her? And Megan is actually a witch.
She looks it.
Yes, she is. She competed against Beyonce, didn't she?
That's what I was just going to say, Shep. She lost against Beyonce.
Correct.
Yep.
Oh.
And so when we watch things like Harry Potter, and you see them flying around on the broomstick, that is an actual depiction of the real live battle that would have ensued. And as far as the McDonald's goes, that's also in the chat. That is confirmed. That is actually, McDonald's has been the longest running manufacturer of human meat and human flesh, human everything.
Can you see that? Hold on. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Those are good chemtrails.
Are they?
I don't know. That's a lot.
I'm in the path.
Put your head on.
What's happening?
Put my foil tin hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Wow.
Give me a McRib.
sorry.
Yeah,
Honestly,
huh?
you're saying something really, really important there. I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
you're
No, it's
okay.
all right.
No, you're good. And I should have gave a graphic warning. Sorry, guys. But
Oh,
That's all right. No, I mean, look, we're gonna find out a lot of stuff we don't want to find out,
yeah,
and we
there's
all may be involved.
Pepsi also does aborted fetal cells in there for flavoring as well. And then a lot of the vitamins have the bones, and that's how they make the gummies. It's pretty gross.
I hate it when I take like crackers or thing and cookies or whatever it is, and they got the crumbs at the bottom, or cheese, like grated cheese or something. I don't even want to have anything to do with it anymore because of the stuff
I didn't
that
think
might
about
be in there.
Yeah, the gelatin that you can get from bone. Oh my gosh, I didn't think about
Yeah,
that.
where do you think chicken nuggets come from?
yeah, exactly.
McDonald's, anyway.
Well, wait. Wouldn't the chicken sandwich be safe?
Not the breading.
Now, actually, pig is actually the worst too, because they actually can eat an entire human body and
That's
down
correct.
to the bone, and you don't realize it. So that's actually the worst of the worst, if you can even have a worst of the worst.
The only thing they can't digest is the teeth, I think.
Correct.
Oh
Yeah.
my God,
Yeah.
that's so gross.
I'm
Yeah,
getting
pig is
hungry.
the best way. Yeah. I know, I am too, talking about all this.
Sorry, guys.
When you- Jeff, give me your arm.
I heard that. Well, I made that video about the rabbi talking about that.
Bacon.
They take the little children and they do this and that. And he had his accent.
Yeah,
They take
it's
the little children. It's like
elderly as well,
God.
sadly.
Oh, a lot
Somebody
of talk about
actually asked me, "Is still alive?" I don't know. Does that matter?
And so Diana, I know a lot of people talk about Diana as being one that is possibly not gone and like waiting in the sidelines. Of course, I don't have
amazing.
confirmation. I don't have confirmation of that, but I do know for a fact that she was Michael Kors. So she was a part of the Michael Kors program before as a child.
I
before
believe
she
that
was
when you see
married.
pictures of her when she first was with Prince Charles and they
Yes.
weren't married yet. Oh,
Yeah, so when
It
she was a
is-
child, she was in.
Yes.
She may have
Gosh.
broken free. She may have, I do believe in second chances. So there, that is part of it. But
Yeah. Look at Prince. Look at Michael Jackson. Look at there's
Right.
a bunch of them that basically had to die. I think to get free.
Yeah. What I wonder about Tom Petty now that we mentioned that.
Maybe.
What about
Robert
Chester
Williams.
Bennington? What about Soundgarden?
Right. Right.
They were all. What about Bourdain?
Yeah.
Because they
Right.
said he was involved, and maybe he wanted out. What do? You have
Right.
to die, right, to get out. So
I think anybody that was found with it on a doorknob, right, as something sinister about it, maybe.
A
that's
red scarf.
Yeah.
the lead singer of In Excess back in the day, Michael Stipe. That's how he was found. David Carradine. That's how he was found.
And Robin Williams.
Was it?
What is up? Yeah. Gosh, that sounds like not a safe thing to do, folks. If y'all want pleasure, y'all need to stop. But we know what really happened. It's just, that's like when I said when we were kids, they would say, oh, yeah, his dad shot himself cleaning his gun.
Oh, yeah.
That was what they would tell us.
Mm-hmm.
But it was self-inflicted.
Yeah, the red scarf symbolism is actually spelled out in the book or the Secret Society Handbook and Rules.
Wow.
Red scarf around the neck, around the handle, the door handle.
Mm-hmm.
If you speak out about it, kind of like the Fight Club,
Oh, look at Kate Spade.
Correct.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, yep.
And-
You're right.
And then her husband was wearing that rat mask. Remember?
Right.
He was seen in public wearing the rat mask.
Yeah, she was about to come out with information.
Now,
Mhm.
Kate Spade
Really? He
is-
was? I
is-
never
is,
saw that. Oh, boy.
David Spade's sister, correct?
Sister. Correct.
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 Yes.
We know David Spade, you know.
Right.
And didn't they want to push? They pushed a mental illness thing for her, is what, from what I remember, it was something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember so far, but
Yeah.
He did. And he was doing a show on YouTube. Haven't seen him in a while though.
I haven't seen him in a while now that you mention it either.
Mm-hmm.
He sure was. He was doing something from his apartment, and then all of a sudden they're gone. I don't see him. I don't see a lot of people. I haven't. I
Right.
haven't seen a lot of folks.
Someone actually said to me that Tom Hanks wasn't doing something on TV because he's in Greece after all. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And that's the same photo from a trip a long time ago. It was just a different T-shirt. It
Right.
was like they photoshopped the same photo of him in Greece from years ago.
I don't think there's going to be any new movies coming out unless they were done a long time ago.
That's it. Jeff, you and I are going to have to do these movies. We're going to have to redo this stuff. Because think about this. If this stuff out, you can't show those movies ever again with those stars in them.
I'm in.
So life is like a box of chocolates, Jeff.
No, what you're gonna get.
I'm auditioning.
Yeah, you're doing great, by the way.
Thank you.
You
Mom,
can do
Mom,
all
Mom.
those parts.
Yeah, I can do all. Yeah, that's great.
The
It'll be
new
like that
Tyler
movie.
Perry.
Yeah. I'm going to do Medea.
We'll
I'm
put a
gonna
dress
do
on you.
Medea movies.
We'll put a dress on you.
Oh man. I actually, my sisters used to torture me. They would dress me up as Geraldine. You remember that comedian back in, and he would Geraldine.
Geraldine. That
Yep.
was
Flip Wilson? Was it
Flip
Flip Wilson?
Wilson. Yes.
Yeah. He would make, they would dress me up like a woman. I'd wear mom's wig. And yeah, that's why I turned out like this, Jeff. I'm sorry.
All right. It's all right.
I should have ate more mud.
Well, it's almost an hour and a half. So we're
I'm gonna hop off, you guys. Yeah, thank you, Jeff, for having me on.
Anytime.
Love you, Tracy. Thank you
Love
so much.
guys.
Always love
Thank
talking
you,
to you.
honestly.
And thank you,
Good
honestly.
talking to you
Always love
guys.
talking. Yep.
Have a good afternoon. Bye, everyone.
We'll see you.
See ya.
Hey, UPS trucks here. Delivery.
Ooh.
Delivery.
Do you
That's
think-
my
what do you think
shirt.
it is?
Hey, check this out. This
What
is
shirt?
funny. My shirt. You got that shirt? Can I try this shirt on for people, Michelle? Look, speaking of dresses, my wife is trying to get me to cross dress. Look at this.
Oh, let me see this.
This is a woman's shirt.
Oh, well, hey, that's the one you were wearing, but you had a
Oh.
long sleeve. That's a
Yeah.
short sleeve.
Yeah, but this is a woman's shirt.
Why, the neck? Is it the neck?
Yeah, let's try it on.
Oh, you're gonna have the wide neck. I know this already because I got a
Let's try it
Yay. I got a Yay God T-shirt, and it turned out to be a woman's cut.
Probably gonna be a little tight, but we'll see.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
Oh, that's tight, buddy.
Oh, let me see it. I want to see you.
It's like a halter top.
That's great. I hope it's half shirt. Hey, actually, dude, you look beefcake in that, man.
See, look at that.
It just makes me want to hug you more. That's all it does.
That's a woman's.
No, this is the men's, but it's on the back, nothing's on the front.
Well, that's all
I
right.
love my Jeff Riddle tight fitting stuff.
People can see me.
Bigger for you.
That's what happens when you buy stuff from China.
You know who you look like? You look like the little
Oh.
fat rich kid from Pee
Hey.
Wee's Big Adventure. You remember the one who lived Francis?
Yeah.
Francis.
This one, they put this on the backside.
Oh, it's not on the front.
No,
Oh man,
somebody screwed up.
I think your wife screwed up.
You gotta order
I'm
another
gonna
one.
call her.
I'm gonna have a whole wardrobe.
That shirt is so tight. Oh, but no, Jeff, I think you'll look good in this medium.
Oh, that's all my shirts are mediums.
That's what I know. That's why I wear extra large, because if I try to do a large, It's just too tight.
It's like a halter top.
Look like a sausage.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. But I was 2X. I got up to 2X tightly. It was bad.
Yeah, it happens. You know?
Ding dongs and donuts.
Ho-hos. Oreos with milk.
Oh, dude, Little Debbie's. Oh,
Zingers.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna hop off, guys.
Sorry, honestly.
Yeah, they have a little bromance, and I feel like a third wheel, so I'm gonna hop off.
Tell us about your favorite junk food, honestly, please.
I'm gonna hop back in the chat.
All right, thanks, honestly.
Love you. Yeah, thanks for coming. We appreciate you.
All right, love you guys. All right.
Love you.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, cool. Jabal is in the house. Holla at Jabal. Mental Health Militia News.
Jabal only wears V-necks. Well, I got one here, Jabal. It'll probably fit you. Next time I see you, I'll give it to you. You can wear women's clothes.
I can dig a V-neck, and you know why he's right about that? Because sometimes this neck will choke you. If it's too, it depends on or if it rides back. V-neck, you never have that problem. Good choice, sir.
That's just weird with that thing being on the back. Somebody that must have been after lunch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
hey,
saying?
can we give shout outs? Can we give shout outs?
Absolutely.
All right. Please go to libertywarriornation.com. Sign up for the email so that way you can get notified in case we get taken out by the YouTube demons. Also, please subscribe to Jeff Riddle, Jeff Riddle 1, Jeff Riddle 2, Jeff Riddle 3, and Jeff Riddle 4. Please subscribe to Craig the Hunter. That's it. There isn't any more.
You're confident. You're confident. That's what it is, Craig.
That's it.
You're
That's
confident.
It.
It just hurts more when you're confident. But it's okay.
I poops on them, Jeff. I poops on them. Sorry.
I'll be here for you when it happens.
Thank you. Also, please subscribe to Shepherd of the Forest. Please subscribe to Scad Warrior 2. Please subscribe to Mental Health Militia News. Please subscribe to American Jacobite Rising. He's an up-and-comer, beautiful man. Go check him out. Doug's awesome. I love him. Man, he was great. I love him. I want him to come on every morning if we could, or if he could. I love him. So, not as much as you, Jeffrey. You my number one boo. Oh, and John's here. Hey, John. Love you too, John. Anytime you want to come back on. I love John, man. He can show us his tattoos. Hey, boys, check out this one. Look at this one right here. He's a good dude. Good dude.
They all are. Everyone is.
They really are. Irish guy JG. Go check him out. Oh, boy. Who else am I forgetting, Jeff?
There's probably a couple in there you're forgetting.
Well, y'all go make channels so we can follow you. Don't forget to hit the like button, Dave. Thank you, sir.
Patriot Rebel.
Patriot Rebel. The Awakened Patriot, Mandy. Go subscribe to her. Thank you, dude. Oh, good grief. Well, we need to get Wes to make one. Wes needs to make a channel. We always give love to our boys Shane, Dave, Kevin, Brittany, Tara, all of our inner core that are here all the time. We love y'all.
Yep. Hey, Jules.
Yep, Jules is here.
Yep. She probably didn't want to put that book down. She's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna listen to that. I ain't gonna listen to those retards. I'm just gonna keep on listening to this good book where I can learn something from."
They were messing around during the most important part of the video when Shep was talking. It's like child play. Well, she did say she likes the playground, so that's where we are. We're trying to make it fun, folks. Oh, Florin, what is happening? I say Florin because I have a UFC fighter, Florin. That was the name, so I go with that one. I may be wrong. I'm not sure.
He's we work together. I'm happy. I'm always happy to see my work buddies, but I'm kind of sad to see him because that means I'm going back to work.
Oh, hey, when is that? That's coming up.
Thursday.
Oh, are you anxious?
No, I'm a little upset. I don't want to go to work, man. I want to find something where maybe I could be a model for women's clothes.
Oh, dude, would you ever?
You know?
Tight, no, just those tight shirts.
Jeans.
Tight shirt model. Gosh.
That's an idea.
You know what's freaky? I would donate money just to see those pictures.
Hey, if you go to my Facebook, you could see all kinds of crazy stuff.
Hey, can I see your coffee mug?
But don't do it. Wife made me that. Ain't that cool?
Oh.
We're selling them for $3,000 a piece, or
one.
or
Wait,
two
wait,
for
how much?
7,000.
Ooh, is that pesos?
Yeah. We accept Bitcoin.
Yeah. Oh.
All right.
Well, all right.
I gotta get off here, man. I gotta
Do it.
go.
No, love y'all. Say your thing. Say your thing.
Shut the news off. Take your mask off. Help each other out. Subscribe to Craig the Hunter, and the American Jacobite Rising.
Don't say it wrong. He'll kick your ass.
I know he's anal about
He
that
is,
stuff.
dude. He is very. He'll chop you. Tomahawk.
All right.
Love you.
Love you too. See you.
I'll see you tonight.
If you're lucky.
If I'm lucky. I'll always see you in my dreams, Jeff.
Hey, don't be a creeper, man.
Yeah.